Imagine a world where love, friendship, justice, and revenge collide, all against the backdrop of a city defined by trade and wealth. This is the world of The Merchant of Venice, one of William Shakespeare's most thought provoking and complex comedies. At the heart of this play lies a contract made in the name of revenge and business. A contract that ties the fates of two men, Shylock, a Jewish moneylender, and Antonio, a Christian merchant, in ways none of them could foresee. The play invites the audience to explore issues of mercy, justice, and prejudice, all while creating a delicate balance between humor and dark themes. From the moment we meet Shylock, whose desire for revenge sets the plot in motion, to the tension filled court scene where justice is put to the test, The Merchant of Venice explores timeless questions about human nature, fairness, and the morality of the law. Now we'll discuss the summary of the play. The play opens in Venice, where Antonio, the merchant, is deeply troubled but unsure why. His friend Bassanio is seeking help to woo the wealthy heiress Portia, but Antonio's wealth is tied up in his ships. To help his friend, Antonio borrows money from Shylock, a Jewish moneylender, agreeing to a bond where if he cannot repay the loan by a set date, Shylock will be entitled to a pound of Antonio's flesh. Shylock, who has long harbored a bitter hatred towards Antonio for insulting him and lending money without interest, agrees to the deal. The bond, though is not merely a financial agreement, it is an opportunity for Shylock to exact revenge on Antonio, whom he sees as an enemy of his people. Meanwhile, Portia, the heiress of Belmont, is bound by her father's will, which stipulates that suitors must choose between three caskets, gold, silver, and lead, to win her hand. Several suitors have tried and failed, and Portia awaits Bassanio, whom she loves, but whose financial situation is less than ideal. However, Bassanio is on his way to try his luck. In Act 2, the stage is set for two major plot lines. First, we see Shylock's daughter, Jessica, who is disillusioned with her father's strictness and his hatred of Christians. She elopes with Lorenzo, a Christian, taking a significant portion of her father's wealth with her. This act of betrayal only deepens Shylock's bitterness, adding fuel to the fire of his revenge against Antonio. Meanwhile, Bassanio reaches Belmont and, guided by his love for Portia, chooses the right casket, the lead one, symbolizing humility over outward appearance. Portia, overjoyed, agrees to marry him. However, the looming threat of Antonio's bond with Shylock casts a shadow over the celebrations. In Act 3, Shylock demands that Antonio fulfill the terms of the bond, seeking his pound of flesh. Antonio, whose ships are lost at sea, cannot repay the debt, and so the matter is brought to court. Shylock is adamant about his legal right to take revenge on Antonio, no matter the consequences. The case is presented before the Duke of Venice, and the tension between mercy and justice is at the heart of the trial. Portia, disguised as a young lawyer, and her mate Nerissa, disguised as the clerk, arrive at the court. Portia argues that Shylock is entitled to his pound of flesh but cannot spill any blood in the process, as the contract does not allow it. This clever legal trick forces Shylock to lose everything, his claim to Antonio's flesh and his wealth, since he cannot claim the pound of flesh without violating the law. Therefore, Shylock is left ruined and Antonio is saved. In Act 4, the court scene brings the play's moral and legal questions into sharp focus. Portia's argument for mercy, the quality of mercy is not strained speech, reminds the audience of the importance of compassion over strict justice. Shylock's rigid pursuit of revenge and legal justice without mercy is his downfall. The final moments of the play see various resolutions to the characters' personal stories. Bassanio and Gratiano, another of Antonio's friends, return to Belmont, where they are reunited with their wives, Portia and Nerissa. Shylock, on the other hand, loses his wealth and is forced to convert to Christianity, symboling the play's troubling attitudes toward Jews. Now we are going to discuss the themes in details. The first one is mercy versus justice. The conflict between mercy and justice lies at the core of The Merchant of Venice. The play raises important questions. Should the law be applied without exception, or is mercy a higher value? Shylock's insistence on justice contrasts with Portia's argument for mercy. Through this conflict, Shakespeare explores the complexity of human emotions and decisions, challenging the audience to reflect on the nature of fairness. The second point is prejudice and tolerance. Shakespeare presents complex characters like Shylock, who is both a victim and a villain. The play critiques the anti-Semitic attitudes of the time, showing how Shylock's bitterness stems from the prejudice and injustice he faces as a Jewish man in a Christian society. However, the play also portrays the flaws and prejudices of the Christian characters, raising questions about tolerance and the ethics of societal norms. The third theme is love and friendship. While The Merchant of Venice is often remembered for its courtroom drama and themes of revenge, it also deeply explores love and friendship. Bassanio's loyalty to Antonio and Portia's devotion to Bassanio are central to the play. The contrast between love that is selfless and love driven by material gain creates an intriguing dynamic, with the characters' personal motivations constantly influencing the plot. The fourth theme is the power of appearances. Appearances play a significant role in The Merchant of Venice. The three caskets that Portia's suitors must choose from symbolize the theme of appearance versus reality, as those who choose based on superficial attraction to wealth or outward beauty fail. Portia's disguise as a lawyer also reinforces this idea. What is seen is not always what is true, and appearances can be deceiving. The next theme is revenge and forgiveness. Shylock's pursuit of revenge against Antonio sets the plot in motion. However, the play ultimately argues that revenge can be destructive and that forgiveness is the only way to achieve true justice. Shylock's downfall is the result of his refusal to forgive, while Portia's advocacy for mercy offers a counterpoint to the cycle of vengeance that threatens to consume the characters. The sixth theme is the outsider and society. Shylock's status as an outsider, both because of his Jewish faith and his occupation as a moneylender, shapes his interactions with the Christian characters in the play. His experiences with rejection and discrimination fuel his desire for revenge, but the play also critiques the way society treats outsiders. The concept of the outsiders versus the accepted members of society is explored through Shylock, Jessica, and even Antonio, who is an outsider in his own way due to his melancholic and unconventional character. Therefore, to conclude, The Merchant of Venice endures as one of Shakespeare's most provocative plays because it deals with issues that remain relevant to this day: prejudice, justice, mercy, and the complexity of human motivations. Shylock's tragic pursuit of revenge, Portia's wisdom and compassion, and the interplay of love and loyalty resonate with audiences across cultures and time periods. Therefore, Shakespeare's exploration of these universal themes makes The Merchant of Venice an enduring work that challenges us to reflect on the nature of law, love, and humanity. If you think that this video has helped you in any way or the other, do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.